Hi, hello, welcome to my tutorial about the DigiTech JamMan Looper. The JamMan Looper, I did a little bit of research online looking for loopers because the likes of Ed Sheeran were using the looper, Katie Tunstall of course, and I thought I'd have a play with one. So I did a bit of shopping around, found the DigiTech JamMan for under £200 and it got delivered a week or so ago and I've been having a play with it ever since. Now I'm hoping, because the instructions were pretty rubbish, that's the only disappointing thing for this machine. The instructions don't tell you much. So I went online, had a look around YouTube to see if I could find anything that would give me any information about how to work it. And there was a couple of tutorials on there, nothing amazing, so I thought I'll make one myself. So, going back to the DigiTech JamMan, really well constructed, got some weight in it. It's not going to go anywhere on stage if you're gigging with it. If you have a look at very closely here, you've got a loop level, a rhythm level, an overdub, a mic level, instrument level, stop, tempo, record, play, overdub. And I'm going to explain what all of these do as we go along and hopefully save you reading the manual and you can have a lot of fun with this machine as well. So, first thing first, let's plug it in. If you have a look on the back, you'll notice there's an instrument input, which is clear, you know, and understandable. Put your instrument here. It's got a microphone input, which I think is really, really good because you can have a lot of fun with the vocal there. You've got an auxiliary input. At the moment, I've got no idea what to use that bit for. You've got an output, which is on a jack, which will go to your PA or wherever you want it to go. A foot switch, which I'll explain about later. And of course, you've got the CompactFlash. This is particularly really good for saving any programs you've done at, you know, during a gig and you think, I'll keep that, you can save it to CompactFlash. However, I want to use this as a live machine. Literally, I want to plug it in and build something in front of the audience. As I said, instrument input there. I've got a little acoustic going on. Output there. And not so forgetting, of course, the mains. If you have a look at the loop level, that's basically the level that is going to play back your loop of the instrument. So when you put a sound through there, that's the playback level. The instrument level going in is there. Now the manual does actually say put it about 12 o'clock. The mic level, for the moment, we'll leave that, but I'll explain more about that later. Now you've got record mode, and you've got auto record. As soon as you press this record, play, overdub button, it will start recording. Okay, so I've got my guitar ready. I won't do any particular amazing loops at the moment. I'll just show you the basics of how I figured it out without using instruction book. Get your foot ready on the record play button, start your riff. It's quite good maybe to count yourself in a, you know, get yourself a bit of tempo, get your foot tapping. And this is something you can maybe use as a jam along. Stomp on the pedal, on your downbeat, and get ready to stomp again. It's now looping, okay? Now hopefully if I've got the timing right, it's not going to jump. That was the hardest bit for me, is when to actually stamp on the pedal. But as you can hear, it's now playing. So if you want to use this for a jam, for example, quite simply, you've got your riff, which I think is really good for just practicing, working out guitar breaks or whatever. Now let me just show you something quite more interesting on it. Let's say we're going to overdub it. Now I'm going to play a wrong note on purpose. Now, obviously no good, but if you have a look down here, if I hold down this button, it undoes the last loop, which is brilliant. Okay? Okay, starting with a rhythm, a little bit of Ed Sheeran. Get your rhythm going. Five, 6, 7, 8, and get a little bit of track over the top, dub it. There's my dub. I'm going to undo that dub, wasn't very good. Here we go. There's a little riff for you. Now what's worth noticing is down here, you'll see the tempo light, it has a red, and it picks up your rhythm. Here we go. 1, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Now that's a really good point of reference if you're playing live, because I found on stage if you're losing the noise, you're a little bit stuffed, you know, you get lost and you can't quite hear where you are with the tempo. Use the red light as a reference. It's really, really handy on that click there. There we go. So that's the looper, the DigiTech JamMan Looper. Hopefully I've shown you a few things regarding its operation and how to use it, because as I say, the instruction manual wasn't great in my view. I'll come back later and hopefully show you a few more tricks. Cheers.